Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click the like button to help spread word about Watchjojo animals, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. These hipster wasps make the most amazing nests you've ever seen. Whether it's at the top of your garden or in your attic, a wasp's nest is generally an unwelcome find. Most people's reaction would be to get rid of it as quickly as possible, but some black and yellow insects are stirring up a storm with their colourful creativity. The artful architects in question are the Polistes dominula, or European paper wasp, for those who don't want to get stung by a tongue twister. The species owes its English name to its method of making nests. The wasps chew up wood and plants into paper, which mixes with their saliva and hardens to help create their homes. The distinctive shape and water-resistant properties of their nests have led paper wasps to be given the alternative name umbrella wasp. As a social insect, they live communally, and unlike other members of the wasp species, such as hornets, they are not aggressive unless they are provoked or under threat. Although it's a common misconception that wasps serve no purpose in nature, they are actually very important to the environment. They pollinate plants and play a crucial role, keeping the numbers of other insects in control. Without them, we could well be up to our eyeballs in garden pests. To build a nest, the paper wasp queen begins by creating hexagonal-shaped chambers or cells, each of which is designed to house eggs. A paper screen is then used to cover the nest, protecting the young from predators. The nest grows as the colony expands. Pretty insects such as butterflies and ladybugs get all the good press. Although paper wasps won't win any beauty contests, one group of wasps has been setting out to change all of that, with the help of student Mattia Menchetti. Menchetti is a biology student at the University of Florence in Italy, where he specialises in the behavioural ecology of species alien to the country, one of these being the paper wasp. He describes himself as a student in biology, apprentice in zoology, freelance researcher and blogger as a pastime. My interests involve behavioural ecology with special regards to ecology, with special regards to entomology and mammalogy. For my bachelor thesis, I worked on the personality of the social wasp, Polistes dominula. Menchetti said, "You could say he passed with flying colours. Since the paper wasp's nest is made from chewed-up plant fibres, they take on neutral colours in nature. But Menchetti had an idea. Using the captive wasp colony he had for his thesis, the student started his study by introducing yellow paper to their nest-building process. Menchetti's wasps were fed up with different coloured paper over time, and they didn't seem to be too fussy about the source or colour of the building material. They unwittingly set to work on a colourful piece of art. The experiment offered an amazing insight into how paper wasps build their nests, something that you don't usually get to witness without the danger of a thorough stinging. It's also fascinating to see insects getting their groove on with some funky colours. Although these bright buzzers are currently in the spotlight, they're not the first insects to embrace their inner rainbow. In 2012, a colony of bees in northern France surprised their keepers by producing blue and green honey, which was the product of the bees using sugar from discarded M&M shells. While the queen did most of the work, Menchetti was on hand to assist her with her modern art masterpiece. As rows of combs were completed, the student introduced construction paper of specially selected colours, and the queen decorated her children's nursery with a vibrant spectrum of hues. A paper wasp uses her jaws like a whittling tool to break down wood and plants, chewing them up and using her saliva to turn them into pulp. It may look like she's made a colourful paper mache, and in a sense she has, but as it hardens, the nest becomes surprisingly tough. The paper wasp's work is so effective for construction that NASA has cloned the process, and work has begun creating a biodegradable drone. Since a wasp's nest is made from materials that break down over time naturally, similarly produced components are perfect for missions in environmentally delicate regions. The introduction of colour to the wasp's resources certainly gave the queen a fabulous flair for her building project, and as the colony expanded, her family of paper wasps offered a hand or six. There were even some eggs on display in the open combs of the artful nest. Although the experiment may not have completely won over those who aren't fond of wasps, it has definitely got them talking. "That'd be cool if it wasn't constructed by the tiny winged satans," said one commenter on Facebook. "All natural piñatas, once they're abandoned, that is," joked another. Regardless of whether you like wasps or not, it's hard to deny that the results of Menchetti's and the wasps' work is pretty amazing. Seeing a multi-hued nest being constructed in such a bright and colourful manner shows just how amazing these creatures are, if you can look past their stings. Menchetti's aim was to bring some beauty to creatures that we see as pests. We come to the real purpose of this article to show how, with a little colour and imagination, these buildings can appeal to even the least artistic of insect lovers, Menchetti wrote in his Noctula Zoologica blog. As with cobwebs, wasp nests represent a nuisance that happens every year in spring. Before you drive them away, stop and watch the perfect geometry of the nest, added Menchetti. There is beauty in all parts of nature, it seems. Sometimes it just takes some technicolor for us to appreciate it. Please do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive everything that is new.